Hello, hello all. We are going to discuss function returning values in this video. So, how a function returns values and how many values it can return at a time, and how to use the return statement. Okay. So let us take one example for this. We have written one program. We have to write one program to take a number as argument and return one if prime, else return zero. So let us move to the Python. Okay, let us write code for this to check a number is prime or not. We have to means we will need one argument for that, so that we can check if it is prime. And for a number to be prime, it must not be divisible by any number other than one in itself. So I will divide that number by 2 to y and check if it is divisible by any number. If y is divisible by any number other than 1 in itself, then we will increase the value of 1 by 1 and we will break it, because if it is divisible then it is not a prime number. So we will break here, and then here we can check if c is equal to 0. It means the number is prime, so we will return 1, else we will return 0. Return 0. So like this we can return if number is prime, and if we have to perform any other operations, if that number is prime, then we can do it in the function calling statement also, at the place of function calling statement also. Suppose the prime number we want to multiply it with the 10, then after checking if it is prime, we can multiply it with the 10 instead of printing if it is prime or not. So let us call this function. Since this is going to return a value, we need to store it inside a variable, or we can print it here only. 1 or 0 will be printed. So let us store it in the x, and now this x can be either printed or it can be used further also. So now, right now I am printing its value. If x is equal to 1, it means it is a prime number. Print prime. If it is not 1, it means the number passed is not a prime number. Okay. You can take user defined value also. Here I am taking a constant value, that is 90. You can take value from the user as well. So you need to write only input statement in place of 90. You need to take a variable and you need to write the input statement. So let us run this code. Again I am doing it. See, 90 is not a prime number. Now suppose we want to take value from the user, then we can do some changes here. As we can take a variable like d is equal to int input. To check a number is prime or not, you can take one input here, enter a number. User will enter any number here, and we can pass this number as the argument, so that our program can be standard. Okay, so let us run this code. Run. Okay, there is one syntax error. I forgot to write int here. Run. See, it is asking for a number. Suppose the number I entered is 67. It is not a prime number. Why? Because it is divisible by 67. It is not a prime number. So So you need to find by which number it is divisible, and so it is showing it is not a prime. Okay. So we can check another number also. Suppose we are checking 90. Let's see, it is not a prime. We can check a prime number as well, which we know actually it is a prime. Like 11. Suppose we are entering the 11. It is not a prime, but of course it is prime. It means there is some mistake. Okay. So let us see what is mistake in our code. Okay, we forgot to check it as if it is divisible by 0, and then it must, if it is divisible by any other number, then it must return 0 as the remainder. So that was the mistake. Now let us try to run it. Now again I am taking 67 as input. Now it is prime. Okay. So you can put it in the while loop also, so that each time you can, you need not to run it like this. The hole will be inside the indent. Okay. Now let us try to run this. Enter a number, suppose 78. Say it is a not prime. 91. Now say it is not a prime. Now 11. Say it is a prime. Like this, it will go infinite times because we are written while true. So it will always be true. So we have to kill this program. Okay, then only we can end it. So here we can see that how the return statement is used. Return is used to just come out from the loop, and it while returning it gives us one value which we have passed inside the return statement. So it is just used to end the function, and whatever value we are taking from this return statement may be used for further purpose also. Okay, so let us see, means let us try to return more than one value in a function. So here I have written one program in which I am trying to find the sum of all even and odd numbers of the list. Here you can see that I have written a function, sum even underscore odd, which is taking one argument, and this argument in this argument we are trying to find out the sum of even. Here I percent 2 equal to 0 means for I in x is the sequence, I will be the element, and that element will be checked. If it is divisible by 2, then it is even, and we are adding that with the variable ev. And similarly, if it is odd, we are adding that with the variable od. Okay, so here we have taken one list as the sequence, and we are passing that list inside the function. We are calling the function in this statement, and since the function is returning two value, here you can see that we have returned two values, ev comma od. So we have to store it in the two values ev comma od. Okay, and so it will, the first will go to the ev and the second one will go to the od. For the convenience, we have taken both inside the function and inside the function calling, and in the function calling and inside the function definition, same variables. You can change as well the name of the variables also. So like here I can write it as x. The first value will be pointed by x. The first returning value will be pointed by x, and the second returning value will be pointed by y. So we can print x and y to get the output for the even and the odd number. So let us run this code. If I take only even, if I take only integers inside the list, then it will be better. So I am taking only integers inside the list. Suppose 90 is the first, 78 is the second, both are the even, 45 is the odd, and 3 is again the odd. So what it is going to give us the output 8 and So 168 will be the sum of even and 48 will be the sum of odd. Okay, so like this we can return more than one value using the return statement. We can return the list also, we can return the return any sequence, and we can even return more than two values from the return statement. So the values are written in the form of tuples, and when we extract them using this statement, the values go into the single variables, okay, sequentially. So this is the return statement. Let us see what is there in our slide next. So we did all these two functions. Now we have to, this is for your work, this is for your homework. You try to find try to do these functions and let me know if you can't. Here function can return more than one value is explained, just we have read. So this is all about returning a function more than one values. Okay, so the rest we will now next we will read the scope of variables in the next video. So